As you can see, it's more uniform. It gives me a good view of what's there. I'm not getting distracted by all the different colors of the hangers. So this is a must. If you're building a wardrobe, that, you want to continuously upgrade yourself, these hangers or something like it. It doesn't even have to be this specific one. Maybe you want the darker brown. Maybe you do want the white, but get a nice, pretty hanger so that you can get the perks out of walking into your closet. You don't want to be like, oh boy, let me try and find something in here. Everything's in a neat section. Everything's cute. And that's how it should be. It should be a joy to walk into your closet. It shouldn't be like, okay, now I have to do this. Okay. Secondly, this is something else I highly recommend. If you are building a wardrobe and you are a shoe lover like me, you need one of these shoe stretchers, or you can just call them shoe inserts because you don't necessarily have to stretch them. So what I like about them is that they're wood, and you can stretch the shoe however you need to stretch it, or if you just want to insert it. Because here's the thing, I don't believe in my feet hurting to stretch a shoe out for the first time. I always use this so when I wear them, they slip on and they're comfortable, right? And I love this about it. If you have corns, which I don't, you can add these, and these stretch with enough room depending on where they are. See the different holes? If you have something here, or, a bunion, whatever the case may be, you just press it on and stretch it, and it will stretch and allow for your corn. Don't be ashamed. Some people have them, some people don't. But when you close it, you just slip it into the shoe, and I have two, of course, and it stretches it for you. I mean, how delightful is that your feet don't have to hurt when you're going somewhere nice and you're wearing brand new shoes for the first time. I always use these. And again, the link is going to be in the description section of this video. Okay? So if you're interested in that, I would say upgrade these things in your life. If this is a Luxe channel, I would be remiss if I didn't teach you the basics about building a wardrobe and having an outstanding looking closet. And I only have one pair of the shoe stretchers. So I go to my different shoes and I stretch them if any of them are feeling tight. Okay? So let me just tell you really quickly about building a wardrobe. So one of the things I try to avoid when I'm building a wardrobe are nylons and cotton. Now, cotton for me is for t-shirts. I don't really like buying cotton because it doesn't wear well, right? I have suits, I have dresses, I have blouses that I've had for 10 or 15 years, and because it's a quality material, it doesn't look like I had it 10 or 15 years. But we know what cotton does. It gets those little balls on it. It starts looking aged, and if you wash it in the machine, the color actually starts to fade. So I try to lean more towards silks, right? Some rayons and other fabrics, especially the seasonless wool. So it's wool, but it's light enough that you can wear it in the summertime. I meant to bring that dress down, but I did not. But I have some other items here. So one of my favorite things to do is, even though I like designer stuff, I don't want to pay full price. Who wants to pay full price unless they absolutely have to? If you're loving something so much and you know it's going to be sold out, which usually happens if something is pink or a celebrity starts talking about it, then get it. But if you're like me, you're like, listen, I want to be able to stretch my dollars. I like nice things, but I'm not trying to be wasteful, then The Outnet. That's one of my favorite stores, The Outnet. If you're not one of those people who are concerned with, oh, that was last season, oh, that was 2 seasons ago. If you're not worried about that, if you just like something because you like it, Outnet.com is a place that you need to be shopping, because you can find every designer there, from Gucci to Hervé Leger. I mean, everything, and discounted. This dress I got, it is from, who made this? Marquesa. Okay, so I love it. I've never worn it. If you look at it, it's trimmed in like a velvet, and it has kind of like little sequiny things on it. I liked it because it was blue, and I don't have any blue, but there's a little lavender in it too. And I loved it for that very reason. I got it. It was heavily discounted. I think it was originally $1,200, and I might have gotten it for $3 or $4. So that was a win for me. And another brand that I love to find on Outnet, DVF. I'm a DVF girl. I love her stuff, right? I got this, it was discounted. Nice, lightweight material, and it zips completely in the back, all the way down. Okay, so what I find is that when you have a brand that you love, stick with it. And that's what I try and do. This is DVF as well. This is one of her prints. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a mini dress. It's something that I wear when my husband and I go out. I believe it was originally $4.98 and I got it for $1.38. I might have gotten it at Dillard's, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. But I love going to the racks where when you're in the designer area and you go to the rack that's 50 and 70% off, and you find great deals on brands that if you had seen it before, you know for a fact you probably would have paid full price for it because you love it that much. It has these little, well, I thought they were faux pockets, but they're regular pockets. I wore these once, but I love it. I love it. I love it. One of my other favorite stores is Ann Taylor. Whenever I go into Ann Taylor, I gravitate toward the dress section because I love a princess seam dress. And I gravitate towards the blouse section because, you know, when I'm doing videos all the time, I can just pull out a random blouse and they're all cute and I can wear it and I can be sitting here with leggings or jeans and nobody would know. So I buy a lot of blouses for that very reason. Okay, so I like Ann Taylor. I like going directly to their store, and sometimes when we go to the outlet malls, I go to Ann Taylor's outlet mall because discounts, discounts, discounts. Okay. I actually used to, and this is a fun fact, I used to work at Dillard's. I worked at the location in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that was right across from Southern Seasons. And I was so sad because I just found out Southern Seasons isn't there anymore. I don't know if they shut down during the pandemic, but I used to love working at Dillard's and then walking across over there because they let you sample the foods and all that stuff. And I truly, truly miss that. But I loved working at Dillard's because I was in the shoe department and you got commissions on top of your salary. And I was good at selling. I was good at selling shoes specifically because I was just a shoe fashionista, if that's still such a thing. Okay. Also, I used to work at Kohl's, right? But I wasn't working on the floor. This was when I was single and I was trying to make some quick money because I wanted to relocate. And I was one of the people who helped unpack the trucks, and it used to come across the conveyor belt And we used to have to take the box cutter and open up the stuff and hang it up so that the other people can go and put it out on the floor. I remember getting up at 5 a.m. to do that because we had 3 hours before the store closed. That was just wild. That was a wild season in my life. But I liked it because it shows you how stuff comes in and then you hang it up and all that stuff, and it's good. So Kohl's is another favorite place of mine because every time you go to Kohl's, they have a discount, they have a sale, they have something going on, especially the Kohl's dollars or bucks or whatever they call it that you can come back and use to spend another time. Almost like the Bloomingdale's Loyalist program I told you about. But I got this dress and I love it. It's 9 West and it's a pleated skirt, and everyone needs a pleated skirt in their closet, whether it's gold, white, pink, but a pleated skirt is just so cute. I love this dress. I don't even remember what the original price was, but I got this for $12. So this can stand side by side with all the other designer stuff in my closet, and I only paid $12 for it. So, I mean, just knowing how to shop and knowing when to shop is so key. So I shared this before. I might have shared it on Instagram. I'm not sure. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. When I put my shopping schedule in my mind, and this is when I was working at the department stores, you kind of learn how they do things. So at the end of summer, things get marked down, but if you want to get them for next to nothing, go in September. So September, when they're getting ready to, when they want to bring in the new stuff and get rid of absolutely everything that was left over from the previous seasons, that's the best time to shop. You can get jeans for $5. You can get tops for, $1, $2, $10. And the same thing if you reverse it. So in the fall, if they're winter items, you're like, I want some sweaters to add to my wardrobe. If you go in the spring, like February, everything from the previous seasons are going to be marked down. I remember one year my husband and I, we went to Dillard's. We went to Dillard's specifically to get him some sweaters. And I think he came out of there with like maybe $1,000 worth of sweaters for about $150 because everything was marked down so low. So where you shop is just as important as when you shop, okay? So yeah, kind of avoid the cottons and, the nylons and the polyesters is what I mean, not the nylons, because polyester snags easily and cotton get those unsightly little ball things on them. I hate that, okay? So building a wardrobe, what is your favorite thing to put in your wardrobe? So I'm asking myself that question. My favorite thing, aside from blouses, because I can literally go in any store. I think I ordered a blouse from Nine & Company. I've ordered blouses from Fashion Nova, but for my garments, like my suits and my princess seam dresses, I stick to the brands that I love. So I love Ann Taylor, I love some 9 West, some Calvin Klein, it just varies, and the good thing about sticking to a brand, you also know how their clothing fits. So I can walk in and say, okay, a size 10 will fit me in Ann Taylor, right? It'll fit snug, right? So if I get a 12, it'll be a little roomier, but if I'm still losing weight, do I want that? But I like the fact that I can just go in and grab my size and I don't always have to try it on. So sometimes if I find something online, if there's a sale, they do the end of season sale, they do the Black Friday sales, take advantage of those things if you're trying to build your wardrobe. And when I tell people about building their wardrobe, I always tell them, you're not trying to build your wardrobe overnight. You're trying to build it piece by piece. So start with a couple of blouses, like 2 or 3, pretty colors, or maybe colors you were afraid to wear, but now you're experimenting and, you want to step out of your zone, right? Go and get a couple of dresses too. It doesn't have to be at the same time, but try out a princess seam dress. It gives a nice flattering look to your figure, no matter what your size is. As long as you're wearing a princess seam dress, it's going to fall nicely around your body, because that's just what it does. This dress that I'm wearing is Lila Rose, and I fell in love with the bell sleeves. So I've worn this before. You might have seen it on Instagram, but I love it because it comes below the knee. It's nice and fitted. Okay, it's nice and fitted. And as you can see, the tag is even still hanging on the back. So I've worn it like maybe 3 times, but a princess seam dress, a nice pantsuit, and some blouses is a good way to start building your wardrobe. So I would do that. Also, think about signature color. So for me, anyone who's connected to me anywhere knows my signature color is pink. So I have a couple of pink dresses. I have pinks in different shades. I have blouses that are pink, and I have blouses that, you know, have a mix of color, but there's a pop of pink in it. So ask yourself, what color do you love? What color makes you just so photogenic that when you see pictures of you wearing it, it's flattering to you, or you are pleased with the way that it looks? I would say start choosing that color and build around it. So like I said, I started adding like lavender because it's like a derivative of pink, and I'm loving how I look in lavender. My husband says I also look good in brown. So I've added some browns. I've taken his advice. I've added some patterns too, but I don't stray away from my signature color, which is pink. Even my nails today, as you can see, are hot pink. So, and my earrings too. So definitely experiment when it comes to building your wardrobe, and get the staple things you need, like the hangers. You know, start with a pack, and, you know, then admire how that section of your closet looks, and then order more. Start using the shoe stretchers, because the shoe stretchers should be breaking in your shoe. Your feet shouldn't be breaking in your shoe. Okay? So tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to start with. And again, don't forget outnet.com and tailor.com, and they always have sales. Sometimes even J. Crew. I like J. Crew. They're a little on the pricey side, but their stuff sells out really quickly. So if you see something, you have to grab it. You can't necessarily always wait for it to go on sale. And here's the other thing. When I really love something, and I've gotten really good at this. If I'm watching a TV show, and I'm like, oh, I like that blouse, I can go online, Google search, and find it. I can just do that. And a lot of times, even for things that I wanted, there's this hot pink Adidas tracksuit that I was hunting down, and I was trying to find it, and everywhere was sold out. But where did I end up finding it? eBay. A lot of people are making a living reselling. So they are right there with their credit card when these sales are happening at these stores, when they're having 50% off, 70% off, and they can buy the items that they feel like people are going to really want, and they buy 3, 5, 10 of them and then resell them for a markup on eBay. I remember they were talking about this plaid jacket by Rachel Zoe that Lindsay Lohan was wearing in this Christmas movie. I forgot the name of the movie. Maybe you saw it. And it was pretty. I liked it. And it was like a tartan plaid, but it was predominantly like red and black. And I don't really have red in my closet, but I said, it looks Christmassy. I might go to an event. Let me look and see if I can find it. And I was looking online, and people were reselling that jacket for like $300 and $400. And I was determined I am not paying that for this jacket. It's cute, but it's not that cute, and it's not even pink, right? And I kept looking, and I found it at TJ Maxx for under $50, right? And, you know, I'm not a reseller, so I wasn't gonna buy it and try and resell it, even though I could have flipped a couple of them and made a profit because people wanted them that bad. But I think I shared it on my Instagram story that here's the link, go and get it. It's $50 or under, and people actually did want it and did buy it, and they were grateful. So, you know, when it comes to stores, locations, TJ Maxx, the TJ Maxx near me was a little messy when I went in there, and I don't like that. When I go into a store, I don't expect to see things halfway hanging on the hanger or on the floor. And I remember when I worked at Kohl's, that was part of our job too. We had to make sure that nothing was on the floor, that clothes weren't piled up in the dressing room, because it doesn't give a good buying experience when people are coming in there to shop. So the TJ Maxx, I don't know if I would actually go in store, even though, you know, they probably have the same cute stuff that they have online, but I was able to look online, find it, and snatch it up like that. I also started, well, I wasn't even looking for a boot, but I found a Rachel Zoe boot, and I should have brought it downstairs. Maybe I'll share it in another video, but it was a croc print Rachel Zoe boot. It's an ankle boot. It was so cute, and I was like, oh, these are nice. I want them. Looked at the price, $12. $12. You know, knowing how to shop and knowing when you found a bargain, because you know what you found costs way more than that, is a skill. And that's something that I've been honing over the years, my skill to just find the deal, right? So I wanted to share that with you all today. If you have any questions, drop it below. And that's probably it for today. I'm going to be back next time, and I think I'm waiting for a purchase. So if that purchase comes, then it'll be about that. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. But if not, then I'm going to talk about intimates, right? So a lot of times you don't want to be wearing designer stuff, and underneath it's not really making you feel your best. So I might talk about intimates, but if not, I'll be talking about what I'm stalking the mailman and waiting for him to bring me. Okay? Thanks for being here. Share this, hit like, and subscribe if you just happen upon this channel accidentally. I'll be back with more.